One for apologize for starting the program very late this morning. We face a bit of technical issue, but however, now though this morning here on the Epic Morning Show, we look at government approving Africell for take over the operations of Sierratel. Waiting on the details of this partnership with the Minister of Communications saying very clearly that it's not privatization of Sierratel, not just a partnership with a private entity. We already get the capabilities for help out, for boost Sierratel operations. And according to the minister, Africell also provided about $2 million down payment for now. We don't go give for solve some of the issues then we make Sierratel for stop be stop operations then. Well, this is the Epic Morning Show, and a 2.5 hour long program. We divided into the first and second segment. In the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, Marion Precious George will review the biggest stories them from yesterday. Stay with us. All right, we want to apologize. Let me just take this very short morning motivation. And yes, good morning. No wait for motivation. Create every single day. Start with you day. Use what you get and do within you can. Now, every morning as the sun they rise, you for stay determined, stay focused, stay hungry, and never give up on your dreams. And I tell you for say today not just another day, it is another chance. A chance for grow, a chance for hustle, a chance for become the person we always want for be. Your mindset this morning will shape the entire day. Choose positivity, choose strength, and choose for belief in yourself. So wake up with purpose. Small steps every day they lead to big achievement. Not underestimate waiting you can accomplish before the day end. And yes, as we head to the 65th Independence Day of Sierra Leone, then we get that nationalistic view on certain issues. As a Sierra Leonean, be proud of Sierra Leone. Take part in the country's strides for make change. I mean, hold your leaders them accountable. Not for them to speak up on issues them we think say currently you face in the society. This is not the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us, and let me just bring in Reginald Brown Jokutusoya with the latest on our breaking news segment. Of course, a lot we know happened yesterday, and yes, Reginald is here with the latest breaking news this morning. Good morning, Reginald. Welcome to the breaking news segment.
Thank you very much, Usman Ibrahim. Good morning to you. Good morning to fervent listeners of the Epic Morning Show. Quickly, let's go to we breaking news highlight. As you did mention, indeed, a lot did happen between yesterday and this morning. And this time around, let's start off with the very first breaking news. Also, we see the former president of Senegal, Macky Sall, be engaged UN General and the UN General Assembly in the Secretary General bid now. Of course, we see the former Senegal president being hold a high-level talk with the United Nations as the race they be heated. I mean, for going to be the next SG for the United Nations. So that's one of the news that we've got here, and also the Sierra Leone People's Party.
Yeah, on that, Reginald, former President Macky Sall, we know say he ruled Senegal for over 12 years, and in country Senegal not endorse him for be the next UN Secretary General. We get other countries like Rwanda, for example, we don't come out and condemn and say they not go support Macky Sall for be the next UN Secretary General. Of course, it's a long road. The undivided, very divided apologies, United Nations, the African Union, and let's see what will happen, because the country will be say very far from a home country Senegal. Now you endorse them for this current position. So I say yesterday the meeting we get the session with the UN General Assembly was a very productive one. Let's see what will come out of them. Maybe we'll get an African UN Secretary General by the 1st of January 2027.
All right, another breaking news here is the Sierra Leone People's Party (SLPP) don't say they welcome the decision by the All People's Congress (APC) for ending boycott, but they also urge the leadership of the opposition for adopt a more responsible and mature approach to governance.
Yeah, now the more responsible approach to governance, now kind of a bit funny. So the SLP is now saying the APC leadership for adopt a more responsible approach to leadership. They say boycotting here and there not to the way forward in a democracy. There's a need for dialogue, but we don't see a response from the opposition APC on the statement, the position of the SLPP. And by the way, the SLPP coming out and saying that they are against the forming of a committee in Parliament by a recommendation by the moral guarantors them. According to State House Communication Director Mike Bill, I say government they approve of them. So clearly now there's these differences in views and opinions. While the government say they in approval of implementing the 8 recommendations then by the moral guarantors, the ruling party, the party itself, is saying that they are against the formation of the parliamentary committee on electoral matters them. So just a bit of a difference and divergent views from the government and the SLPP.
Exactly. So another breaking news here is our final news. The Sierra Leone Football Association don't put out a notice for new coaches them we go on for apply for the Leone Star job. They put a lot of criteria as them way and they look forward to for where the coach go get as the search still lay for who that go replace Mohamed Kalon. Remember, in a couple of weeks, the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Association, Engineer Mohamed Ben Zimbawo, big comment that Mohamed Kalon can apply back if he wants for apply, but the portal for the process don't start now, and they don't encourage coaches them for sending in CVs for apply for the vacant Leone Stars head coach role, Usman.
Yeah, is it 2 weeks? Nearly 2 weeks after 2 weeks since the termination of Mohamed Kalon in contract. Yeah. It will be a very long run. We get some senior players them we don't play for Leone Stars. The Kaikama, we don't say people get say nobody in Salonia home based, no deserve, no get the qualification for be the next Leone Stars head coach. That, of course, we don't see condemnation coming here and there saying that there are many competent Sierra Leoneans. Them we no need for it. Forget a foreign coach. We can't coach a Sierra Leonean team. It's only Salon person go before understand the team for take them to the next level. But this is a public a long road, and I'm very sure for say the next coach will also be on toes because anything can happen.
Exactly, Usman. That's all in the breaking news highlight this morning, and back to you.
Reginald, thank you. It's still the Epic Morning Show. Stay with me on Epic Radio 99.3 FM, around the world on myepiconline.com, Choice FM, and Radio Garden. We also do live on the World Radio app, that's Radio Garden, and of course we do live on Facebook and the Epic Radio YouTube channel. This is not the Epic Morning Show.
The baby where don't woke me at, where don't make me feel like say I'm not man enough, I no get nothing for offer. To all me party when look down on me, where don't make me feel like say my life no go become something, and they walked away. All the people who promise for help me, they say come office today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. The story not just the same, but I refuse to give up. I kept on hoping, I kept believing. Now everything don't change. Me brother see me life now, it don't better now. Famous standing name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a fly to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like I they buy now. Turn up, cause me I let it turn down, I let it run down. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing.
All right, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. Now, the Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation, Salima Monromaba, during the government weekly press conference, we make a revelation for say government's cabinet that approve the partnership between Africell and the state-owned telecommunication network Sierratel for sort of partnership in a way that Sierratel go use Africell the existing infrastructures them for continue for operate and compete in the market. But one thing where the minister make very clear that this not a privatization, just a partnership, and also say Africell go give a $2 million payment for start for pay Sierratel staff them and solve other issues them for start. So according to the minister, it says Sierratel will continue for be 100% owned by government and will only be using Africell infrastructures, and that because Africell then say cover 92% of the population as alone for 2G network and roughly 62% of the population for 4G network, those infrastructures will be utilized by Sierratel and go make them for compete and make money for government. So according to the minister, Sierratel will still maintain their own distinct identity. That means the name not go change at all, and the same services them wouldn't be they do, they will continue with them in this latest agreement. We will bring very soon the statement by the minister very soon inside the Epic Morning Show, where we talk inside the government weekly press conference. But first off, we're going to offer a very short break and introduce we guest them inside the Epic Morning Show. Stay with us.
All the baby where don't woke me at, where don't make me feel like say I'm not man enough, I no get nothing for offer. So all me party will look down on me, where don't make me feel like
Alright, welcome back to the show. Introducing Augustine Bami Anthony, Strategic Communications Monitoring and Media Advisor at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education. Good morning, Mr. Anthony. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Good morning, my brother, and happy for the year again, and for talk about a few things around Sierratel.
Okay, let me just take first of the statements, the remarks by the Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation, Salima Monromaba, inside the government weekly press conference. I make this revelation for say there's a partnership between Sierratel government and Africell for Revive Sierratel.
Approved a couple of weeks ago now a private partnership agreement for this government on behalf of Sierratel'S with one of our leading mobile operators, which is Africell. The model of what we're entering into is what we call an MVNO, a mobile virtual network operator. So other countries, they don't do this model we then call an MVNO. And really what they mean say is a company will get a very strong brand name, but get infrastructure challenge. Be able to leverage on that brand name, that they able to bring back the operation and the product using another company's infrastructure. First of all, the first thing I think is important, this is not a privatization. It's a PPP, not partnership. Say, Africell agree for make the infrastructure, but I think one of the most vast infrastructure all over the country, for make the infrastructure and towers, them fiber them available for me Sierratel right on top of for me will bring back the products so that we help me also manage.
All right. Welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. That's now been the Minister of Communications, Technology and Innovation, Salima Monroma Ba. Make her return to studio guest from the Ministry of Information, Augustine Bami Anthony. Mr. Anthony, we know we don't get an explanation there from the minister, but for Famble who they listen, break and down for waiting this partnership mean for Sierratel.
Oh, plenty. Thank you. Happy for make people understand from the beginning of why these struggles begin and what it bring with to the states, what it carry with this partnership, and people for really understand because this is now state-owned telecommunications company. So before 2012, Sierratel now one of the best network them telecommunications network them as alone, we get the cheapest. We can to data, we can to calls, now be the cheapest tariff. People will be the working at Sierratel, now be people of envy, where everybody want for really work with Sierratel. Now be one boom telecommunications company we get infrastructure across the country. Where any side you go, you see Sierratel pole. There was a time where, for example, I be the working at radio, I be the working at Motka Radio, the Moyamba District Children's Awareness Radio in 2005 as a presenter and at a growth to management level at the time. We needed a power supply for we antenna and we studio. So we get for leverage on Sierratel for link for give light directly to we studio because they get constant light. That was the period that they talk about where Sierratel be the boom. But in 2012, the government of Sierra Leone then, in the led Anes Nkrumah regime, they make a critical decision for make serious investment into the infrastructure of Sierratel, at least for bring her up to speed. Well, we get two major operating systems in the world. One called CDMA, and the other one a GSM. Now be the competing infrastructure system standing at the world, let's say. So the government, well, knowingly or unknowingly, decide for invest heavily on the CDMA for bring the infrastructure up of Sierratel.
So you will explain what's not the CDMA.
So CDMA, like I say,
they use once.
CDMA na an infrastructure system, network system, where now they provide the spare parts. Now just like you the leverage on the, for example, your phone, you want to send email. So man do you Chrome, so man do you Google. You know, this now then service providers, I mean. So now some me not so too much of technological person, but not just like that service provider which already ride on for provide service. So if you want to send Gmail, you either use Google, I mean you either use Yahoo. These are the kind of service provider they talk about. Now, so in telecommunications, they back they use service provider type. Either you go to the GSM or you go to the CDMA type. So the government of Sierra Leone then trust from the Chinese government $35 million for invest into the infrastructure of Sierratel, and they use the CDMA model for the CDMA infrastructure for do that one day. But shortly after that, problems can happen with the CDMA. CDMA infrastructure collapse. They close. So when they close, Sierratel begin get issues. Why? Because the spare parts then way, for example, where they get broke down for buy spare parts for make the able make the infrastructure, the network, and not be there again because the company where, for example, you use Dell machine, then Dell close. So then you Dell machine spoil. Sometimes you get problem with the keyboard. You need to buy keyboard. But because they know they produce keyboard again because Dell don't close, that your machine they become they continue for you problems because they get spare parts. So now so it can happen with Sierratel. Sierratel not be the get spare parts again because the CDMA infrastructure where they don't put money per, they don't close. No more spare part, no they come, they need to function again. What it happen? The services begin dwindle. We want part spoil. The government or Sierratel'S not able to replace them. Now so the part left for poil. Say the service then where they provide, for example, begin drop. The coverage begin drop. With the customer they begin grumble because if we reach 50,000 people now 10,000 people because the bandwidth them is small. It is shrink every day. So we can Sierratel'S begin can lose customers. Then we go back to the Africell, the commune that and the Zane that and so we left Sierratel'S. What it happen? Sierratel'S not be able to pay in staff again. For I'll make something very clear. Sierratel'S na company where government not the solvent because na info make money for government. Not to government they put money there. So that means say the money where Sierratel'S be they raise, now from there they pay the staff them.
And be they also send money to the consolidated.
Yes, sure. So because a money making institution, a money making company, not to say government they put money every month. Now in for make money for government. So because the customers then don't left Sierratel'S and the services don't they dwindle, they're not able to provide the services again, what it happen, they begin get problems or pay the staff. And Sierratel'S became the largest number of staff as per telecommunications companies alone. The number a big. Sierratel'S staff size is very big. So compared to any other company where they make big money.
When Sierratel'S collapsed, now during the APC time?
Yeah. So now between 2012 and 2014, now in this thing happened. Yeah. The CDMA collapsed.
But when President Bio come, what he actually do about that?
So what happened with between 2014 to 2018, now the struggles begin there. Before the elections, where President Julius Maada Bio came in. But so it's not just 2018. So between 2014 to 2018, the staff did not be the get salary again. Things have been done, they collapse. I see some videos now on social media where some staff that they say that they even get them that they host them because they able to pay host rent there. So man say even in West left farm because he able to take care of him West. So man say now even at the office that they sleep, the Sierratel'S offices across the country, some workers and they go take room and they sleep with the families. They don't make home. So life became deplorable within that period. So by 2018, where President Julius Maada Bio take over as president, they appoint then the minister, Minister Rado Soare, who they call Rado. They get this cry and meet Sierratel'S officials, they get a general meeting with them. That understanding, they say, okay, may they begin find a way for pay them small. Now they introduce the system of payment to say if they pay you 1 month, if they take you 5-6 months, then they pay you another 1 month because money not be in a Sierratel'S anymore. Now government now be the therefore CIO solve the problems of the staff. But in that period where they give them money they to the staff, then they 1 month, 2 months, then they take some time. Government be they look for investors for a way of privatization. Now make
government be initially want for privatize here.
Yeah, now make government be hold on. So they keep the staff then for see how they go bring in investments, ideas, some models them we go make Sierratel'S revive. But so make I tell you the challenges within that period. With any investor they get a lot of investors where they attract. Any investor will come for put money in a Sierratel'S. Now three major things they meet. When are challenges. One, where the land say they get a large number of staff where they not pay it for a very long time and government in demand. Now any investor, potential investor where they come
for cover the cost.
Take the liabilities, that cost, that salaries backlog, that retirement benefit, then small thing that way they forget. Government say anybody will can for pay them off because the citizens they welfare na the force.
So Africell go now pay that cover that cost.
Okay, with the kind I don't want just come to Africell. I want to give you the problems. Some people understand how Africell come in, right? So the liabilities no more on salaries, on staff salaries, go up to $6.3 million. This is not just the initial check. They're not even going into detail. Because you kick out with that? By the time you don't check staff liability of salaries, Now they tell you they begin get people the way they can see Sierratel be owe me to some suppliers that begin carry with the documentation.
but
So
you
all
go
and
do
we not go into that
verifications. You could go check bank account,
so now
and
that would
transactions.
count. So then they will not even check it. This is not just the initial check of staff liability. It's $6.3 million. But then I just one staff liability. They can begin check the infrastructure, for example, dilapidated all over the country. So then they say they threaten some investors.
How much that one they go cost?
But also, well, in fact, that investigation still go on. But as they go on in the conversation, and they give some background on that. But also, it's not just about the infrastructure. There is also another concern with competition. Sierra Leone are just 8 million people, everybody, right? And we get four major telecommunication companies in alone. We get Orange, we get Africell, we get QCell, and we get One Mobile. So we get 4 where they provide the same service that they compete. So what did they happen? Any investor will come, they're afraid. If they take up Sierratel, how they will compete with this small population, how they will compete with this established mobile telecommunications company. So all that one day they make any investor will come as they show them then realities, and then they understand the realities, they pull out. So it happened about 5 times with Sierratel, with this with this current government. It happened 5 times. So
5 times an investor come and
they pull out at the last stage as you see the kind demand and the kind investments we need for make the liabilities we get for incur. So they pull out.
So how come we successfully get a deal with Africell today?
So the minister Salim Abba decided for change that pattern of investment or privatization, that model. It changed them. Because you see, say anytime try me they go. So now he undertake this idea of MVNO. MVNO na mobile virtual network operator. What did they happen? Their own system they happen in America, more they happen in America and England. Now they more this idea they Europe. Now also me get an established mobile telecommunications company where they run. And you get a very strong brand name where people sabi, but you not get the money for run your institution, your company. And they use my own services where I get the towers, the infrastructures where I get. Then I use your brand name, I run your company for you in your brand name, but me and you go into partnership. How much are they make? Who at the end of the year will they agree how much are they take from the profits, how much are they give you? But I'm maintaining your brand name. Why would they do that one day?
So put simply, let me just get some step by step. One thing we're very clear now that whilst Africell go run Sierratel, at the end of the year they share the profits.
They share, sure.
Africell get their own part of the profits which Sierratel make for the year.
So at the end of the year, we Sierratel, so everything is going to be Sierratel. Africell not to change nothing for the name. Sierratel just the ride on the infrastructure already established by Africell and provide the service for citizens for a reason. So in this kind of arrangement, they look what they call niche. They look for a niche. There is a gap. If there is not a gap, they're not able to do that arrangement, right? This partnership. So these two companies they say waiting at the need of the people, of the customers where we want to solve for use Sierratel. Where we're not able to do it on Africell. You understand? That is the niche. So we tell and say there is a young generation of mobile users where probably they struggle with data. Where they struggle, they are also within the year of social media.
So Sierratel can provide a more fast network. So
that's the niche, right? We get content creators then we really want to use data all the time, and they want to use affordable data, not to data where they buy no more 1-2 minutes the data done. So the idea about Sierratel going into partnership with Africell now for focus on how they will create bundles of data with very cheaper, what they call our floor rates, with very cheaper way than young new users of telecommunication, then young and content creators we will leverage on and expand on the craft. So this is the idea, and that and the niche way Sierratel really get for pay attention to and provide the service for people. And
okay, Bami, we also know from the minister for say government's cabinet will approve a $2 million upfront payment where Africell go make for solve the issues that we Sierratel face as of this moment. And you also clearly mentioned for say the liabilities them sum up to $6.3 million. So that is $2 million. Have that been paid already?
Okay, so also there's the money deal with government right now.
Okay,
right.
So the remaining
they not pay to the staff them yet.
But government gets the money now.
Yes. So why they not pay to the staff them yet? The money need to government now. Why they not pay to the staff them yet? It also requires some verification. This they do with two ministries now, with the Ministry of Employment, Labor and Social Security. Get for due diligence. For understand say, but me Anthony na be worker na Sierratel. One for knowing status. Yeah. So it's about verifications. So
okay.
The one who when last they pay by me Anthony, now they will pick and from and pay the balance more.
So now $6.3 million, $2 million have already been paid. Then they go left a deficit of $4.3 million. When they get for pay, would I get for pay the money? When they get for pay, and we get the timeline, we be say all staff of Sierratel will be fully paid.
So the agreement is very clear. It's on black and white. It's in black and white. It's $6.3 million staff liability to be paid, right? And government say we can't commence, we're not going to start this process if we not get a start of paying with staff, because the idea, the focus of government is staff welfare. That's the focus of government. Let us pay the staff because now citizens of this country. It will be heart-rending for begin operate Sierratel, and we still get problems with staff that we not don't work for years, we not get salary. So government say no, let's pay the staff at the moment. So that $2 million as we speak, it will go more than 50% in solving especially staff backlog, because we get a lot of areas. We get bonuses, we get leave allowances, we get retirement benefits. So these are not able, government not the target all around the force.
All right.
Government in attention at this moment with this $2 million now staff salary backlog.
But quickly, before bringing in Melvin, that $2 million day, waiting at the benefits of Africell, when they go get that $2 million day for solve those issues, waiting the in for Africell, because you just can't get $2 million for nothing.
So this is also the magic of the minister of communications, technology and innovation. He market the brand of Sierratel to Africell. So this now the magic we play in the room. It tell them say, we do not have money as Sierratel or as a country or as a government for put into Sierratel, because we get competing priorities. We get for pay teachers, we get for make sure the school feeding go on, we get feed salon. We know they left all and put money na Sierratel. Generally speaking, telecommunications companies across the world, not to government together, na private institutions. So government is not easily take resources, wait for really pay nurses, wait for pay doctors. There you go put on Sierratel, for example. So government push, the Minister Salim Abba push on this say, we get a strong brand name. The brand name is Sierratel, the state-owned company. If we revive this, we get new mobile users. Then we go into how they call it, bundles, the data bundles. If we use the name of Sierratel and revive, that excitement alone into Sierra Leoneans, they create a whole set of subscribers we will come into this. So Africell say reason, and Africell a businessman then. They say, okay, this makes sense to we. More pay off the.
So how much Africell expects for make when they don't get that $2 million day?
So this is
how
about
much they
business.
expect for make?
That one they
4 million on top.
So that one they left to the marketing strategy of Sierratel. So in the agreement, may I just clear some few things? In the agreement, we get non-negotiable points then we make as government. One, that the name of Sierratel must not even be changed. It remains Sierratel, right? Second, that anything we now we infrastructure now we get at the end of the day. That is at the end of because the initial agreement is 10 years. At the end of the 10 years, renewable for 5 years.
Okay.
A 5 years extension renewable. So at the end of that period, any investment we make into Sierratel's remain for be the state. So nothing, not a change about Sierratel's.
But government can pull out of the agreement. Let me say in the next 5 years, we don't see say government thinks that Sierratel's don't make beaucoup money from this partnership, and think say we for run the operations of Sierratel's without even needing Africell for stand on we own. Government can pull out of the agreement later.
Every agreement gets the points who na the fallout. If una want, then make una get, of course you know say agreement get that point in this.
And so, government get that consideration.
But we know the pray that you go to that point. So what make
government not the pray for Sierratel's day on your own?
No, we know the pray that we just scatter, right? This is an understanding where would they push forward. So in the way for provide a safeguard, government is very intelligent. We get two structures, separate structures. Sierratel's gets an MD, an interim MD right now, where they manage Sierratel's. And this project of Africell partnering with Sierratel's, then back there, the MD, where they supervise or they work with Sierratel's MD. So these are two different institutions.
No, clearly now Africell go run the operations, partly run the operations of Sierratel's.
Sierratel's remain separate from
so what's not the work of the MD then? If you know Africell can run the operations of Sierratel's.
So we get two things that you have to understand. If you want to buy SIM card, for example, Sierratel's SIM card.
Now they sell SIM card too?
No, yes, Sierratel's get for sell SIM
now that SIM card will be sent up only Sierratel's phone they work.
No, that's the marketing department of Africell go explain to Sierratel's, right? If you want to buy SIM card, Sierratel's SIM card, now Sierratel's office they go, Sierratel's booth they go. Nothing about Sierratel's, you know, they see an Africell. Africell stand alone, independently from Sierratel's. Sierratel's is a different and a separate telecommunications entity. However, it ride on the infrastructure where Africell gets, but it remain for be a separate brand and not Africell's property. It is state-owned property. Everything about Sierratel's remains the state-owned property. It remains an independent telecommunications company.
A lot of questions then therefore ask.
We can answer all.
Quickly, before I come to Melvin, would they make decisions for Sierratel's moving forward? Is it Africell entirely they make decisions? Who that gets the more say on the operations of Sierratel's? Since Africell will be running.
So generally speaking, we get two sets of decision making. Now across every institution, we get administrative decisions, we get operational decisions, right? So the operations of Sierratel's, in terms of marketing, in terms of customer base, in terms of financial injection for put money into Sierratel's, it is going to be done by Africell. However, the administrative running of Sierratel's we use structure as government where they run the administration of Sierratel's. You understand? I don't know. I hope you understand. Then few things in there. So
okay, like the managing director, it will be appointed and be an appointee of President BO.
Now, as we speak, there is an interim MD for Sierratel's.
All right,
Mr. Francis Matui, right? It did. So Africell back get their own structure. Because these are two separate companies, telecommunication companies, not to the same.
Okay.
So we get to understand, say, however, people get to understand, however, Sierratel's, they ride on the infrastructure of Africell for providing services for Sierratel's customers.
Okay.
That is the catch.
Okay, make a bring in journalist Melvin Tijanman. Good morning, Melvin. Welcome to the Epic Morning Show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Melvin, I won't forget the broader context, the broader view. What you make of this partnership between the state-owned telecom network Sierratel's and the private company Africell. We go mean say Sierratel's go use Africell the existing infrastructures them at the end of the year and go share the profits Sierratel's and Africell go on the operations of Sierratel's. What do you make of them?
Thank you very much. Before coming to the question, I'll do a prelude. Now this same studio have been sit down a couple of days or a week ago where I break the news that Africell is to be part of Sierratel's is to be owned or co-owned or partnered with Sierratel's. And I think days after, government is playing reaction or reactionary. But even so, in this attempt, I for say yes, I commend them for being not proactive, but reactive, but at least responsive in clarifying issues. And when my brother say they have for answer every question, I hope he's well prepared. So let's begin with I'm coming to my brother perspective as you ask, but let me just ask the first question to my brother where he say he ready for answer all. So now me Anfambulem, in case you watch we or you listen, now the same booklet to my brother all way now the Ministry of Information and the Ministry of Communication jointly writes Sierratel'S Africell partnership. They call it official fact sheet, media and spokesperson brief. So I'm sure my brothers, this is not my brother in Gigbawe all. I don't know more how strong this in Gigbawe for end up for be. But my brother, the first question at the overview point one. Is that the government of Sierra Leone has launched a strategic partnership between Sierratel and Africell to restore and modernize the country's national telecommunications company. When was this launched?
So I think two people and now they ask me. I like the questions.
Yeah, I need to get two journalists them against
you. I did at the fire brand of two senior journalists. So this fact sheet is preemptive. Right? We did launch Sierratel. No, at the camp. We did launch.
Melvin, allow him. Yes.
Melvin, I think say one for me the listeners they understand. Melvin and my brother for me people know that for long years. So this now a preemptive. Let me say na fact sheets for we na Ministry of Information for me we get waiting at the total information for waiting they happen about Sierratel. So we did launch. At the break this news again, we will launch the Sierratel'S Africell partnership on the 5th of May 2026.
It's my turn. I think you don't answer the question.
In this fact sheet, we make sure we capture everything we involve.
So
till the launch.
You agree with me that the grammar, the sentence itself is not well syntaxed, because I not see any reason why you not say the government of Sierra Leone is to launch rather than has launched. So that in itself.
So if they can't launch, they're not launch youth.
Why is it has launched in the past?
So this book where they see, right? This is a fact sheet for the Ministry of Information. We share with him because he's a very strong journalist for making get the information where we want to use. Right?
And when one can cook.
No, so if you see all
the information I use.
If you see all we at the camp, if you see all we write up on social media and on newspapers, we have not said we don't launch.
Look at it.
No.
This
fact sheet.
The fact sheet don't get facts.
So the fact is not factual.
Excuse me. This now for internal use. But
you circulated it on the press conference.
We give ministry. We give
Melvin. You want to gaslight me? Not to me one of this.
No, Melvin, it's also big issue. It's also big issue at all.
So this is very serious.
It is not.
No, Melvin, ask you a question. I say me give you brother view. Just go ahead.
Basic. So I don't tell her. So for Melvin,
it don't clarify.
Yeah. So for Melvin and the listeners, then for no say officially, this partnership will be launched on the 5th of May 2026.
Usai.
Of course, now Miata Civic Center.
Okay, Melvin, what do you make of this partnership?
All right, so
Melvin, more go to the important aspects.
No, you cannot pigeonhole me. Not even my moderator.
Well,
I'll be restrained, but I will not be pigeonholed. All right, so because this is very important, when you say as launched, you've given an impression to the media and civil society and the world that this don't already begin. And it not begin yet. Why this important for be established? Because the agreement itself has not been tabled in Parliament. Still they ask for the full transcript of the agreement. And you cannot have it because it's not tabled, it's not a public document. So if you are coming to flesh out facts without seeing the full print, for me as a journalist, that's where it all begins. Because where you look the flyer, they ask what is in it. And for journalists and civil society, for me, I don't believe we can talk vague. And that's why I look back at the booklet. But on what I think the key argument is about the timing. Yeah, the government chap.
Silent chap. How?
The timing, the time that they can do this so-called partnership. Chap.
Why you call them so-called partnership?
So-called partnership because we don't know the details of it. The devil is in the details. So I call it so-called until I'm privy to what the detail is. I will not come and talk like for say I don't see all the detail. Hold on.
Which aspect of detail? No, I just want more we get conversation. Which aspect of the detail you go on?
When it is stable in parliament,
when it come out.
wait in a parliament, you get the agreement now.
Yeah, Mel.
You get the agreement, sir.
No, I want just one.
No, but you don't get the agreement. So you can give me detail. I mean, let's go. You jam me, and I don't want to jam me. You jam me off my thoughts. All right. So you asked me the question. I said the government chap on the timing. If you go look, there's a SPP manifesto. The first one, New Direction, 2018. The government used Sierratel'S as situational analysis, and they use them back as challenge. And the promise was long before now. Privatization, revitalization. But if 8 years down the line, you are coming up with this, I think it's belated. But that as it may, I come out from the political nature of it, because if 2 years to go, somebody go to ask, why now? But again, the devil is in the details, and we look forward to when will this be tabled. But of course, the choice of selection, Africell, Africell, fumble. I will be detailing the what I'll call complex nature.
Now government select Africell.
That's what they said. They said they had a bidding, and Africell like they no more get the mind for can take up the risk. And Africell give upfront $2 million. But go down, don't go down. Fumble, they give you a reference. If you go now African Express, you go find out say this now a company like you the article. I know say me moderator now somebody back where gets fascination for facts. If you go now the Africanist website, you say Africell and other telecom operators owe government of Sierra Leone 88.1 billion in debt. And if you go through that article, Fambulem, the bottom line first, that article, Africell never come and react to her. Though, yes, NATCA been come out and say there was a payment plan and Africell was to pay when it comes to some taxes. The forensic report has captured, say they were avoiding payment of certain two categories of taxes, and I go let Fambul and go either. But for me, that was not the thing. The thing there is, if you look back at the ownership of Africell, it's a multinational company. This is like a company where the US government, under the OPIC, give 100 million United States dollars. And now, this is a company competing with other players like Orange and QCell. So it's clear that this is not just an ordinary corporate company. This is a multinational corporate company. So I begin to ask myself, if America, OPIC get this money for give to Africell, why do not be give to Sierratel'S? Now I come for figure up all what this all about. This all about imperialist, neo-colonialist, colonialist approach to gripping Africa's economy. How? Africell get money for can put $2 million. They were giving $100 million. So you ask yourself, I mean, is this an assistance to U.S. corporate interest or Sierra Leone national interest? For me, that was very, very concerning. And looking at the report, this is a company where be whole huge, where be or still owe. I hope they will can reply to me. Me, I like where they talk something somebody can reply. Like the competent Ministry of Information and Civic Education, no matter what you say about them. So I am beginning to baffle as to if then people have they avoid taxes and huge sums of taxation, and now they are coming to CDRO manage state-owned enterprise telco. What's the interest? The interest there is just profit making, pure capitalism.
Yeah, but me say then go share the profits at the end of the year.
Almost percentage and get Bami no.
How much percentage Africell go get? And it's
almost the percentage where government get
Melvin, I don't know if I forgot.
How much percent?
Rebut me, you are here, rebut me.
No, another rebut. We get conversation. I want to get no in a conversation with the guys.
Yeah.
We're not the spa. Me you too.
No, we're having a discussion.
Yeah. So
we can spar if you want to.
No, they get conversation. I want to make quick underline that one day. We there for make listeners they understand and viewers they understand. The idea about having this model, MVNO model, now because we try, maybe not be there where I explain. Government since 2018 don't get five. I may not understand that. 5 prospective investors We come for do privatization with government. But because of the demands of government, one, for pay the liabilities, including payment of salaries for staff, backlogs, and other things, including where they see the infrastructural damage of Sierratel, where they see the loss of customers, the customer base very small, where they see the competition that the market with Africell, with Orange, with QCell, and now with One Mobile, then they move out, then they drop the ball, then they go. Then they say, no, this is not worthy for investment. It's not worthy for privatization. So government don't struggle with this for 5 years. But you know the damage, you know the problems.
For 8 years.
For long. You know the damage. The damage is every network will sleep. Government, they incur liabilities in terms of payment of salaries, in terms of payment of bonuses,
we don't get time again. So now bring in Melvin.
The choice, Melvin.
You don't understand. You don't understand. You don't understand now. You don't understand.
I just want land.
The
point here is
I just want land. Yes.
Last question.
Government. This is a decision making, a positive decision making. What think government think? More left Sierratel may continue for the incur this kind of liabilities, or more get partnership where they can revive this, where government already spend nothing for revive them, and they also pay the liabilities, and government begin a small thing at the end of every year. Which one you choose? For left, they don't so employ. So this is about clear decision in the interest of government.
Melvin, you said the US give Africell about $100 million in loan, and Africell just give $2 million as of now to Sierratel, and you think this is not state capture of state resources? State infrastructure.
Well, it's only when you read the full report then you go get it in the right context. But for let you understand, a U.S. agency known as OPIC, which means indirectly they are backed by U.S. financing. The kind you will get NANT and several other projects them where U.S. corporations then. So outside of that, the significance why I make a mention that now that if you can edge Africell outside of its corporate competitors, and in this case, the state-owned company, for me, I don't think that they're in the national interest as a nationalist.
You there against this partnership?
I'm not go there against until I not see the full transcript. I have reservations.
But you get out.
Now that the expresso, and I make somebody there for clearer. The last point I want to talk about, it got to do with quality of service. Africell on their own first and go the own quality of service first. If you go look One West Africa reports, then get a rating, but they say go can clear for themselves. Apparently, they are the leading telco according to Owen Away reports. Agreed. But if you look at the challenges that we then get on their own, and talking about, well, a partnership or a merger, as the case may be, as we then for conclude, then what do you mean in simple economics? It means say we expect with the fabulous promotion and the can do where Africell very good at, we got to expect more customers. Well, again, who that get forget the customer there? Now the joint partnership get forget the customers, or now individual corporate entities then get forget them. That is one. But no matter what it be, you get forget increase in the volume of customers. And for me, we don't cover parliamentary committees on telecos long before now. The increase in customers is a commensurate challenge to other traffic issues like infrastructure. Now you make one time BBC Parliament we call them and talk and say even NATCA we find them under quality of service issues. So if you are coming to say you refurbished, you revitalize, and you are going to depend on antiquated Sierratel structure, infrastructure.
Even as they get those states of infrastructure, but me say Sierratel will provide a more fast internet, fast and affordable internet for Sierra Leoneans. Them.
I don't know if he explained to me because if they provide, why not provide that and beats the competition long before now? They had to wait until they come for partnership.
But I mean, that's exactly the point.
What not to load na it?
If Sierratel don't get infrastructure challenge for over a decade now, and you now say for a company who say na the number one na the country, you will get a more faster network than Africell. How did they work? Okay, because I don't understand.
Make we understand a few things. I know one for be pessimistic in my presentation probably as a critic journalist, they look at him. I know Melvin for be very insightful person. But so make we understand this as Sierra Leoneans. This is a situation where this very Sierratel'S done in the dilapidated mode for decades. This is where workers done for years. We they talk about 10 years where they not get salary. This is where we infrastructure don't broke down for years. This is where the name Sierratel'S, we colonial people now say that they feel like saying a nonsense you they talk. This is where the country they grapple with a lot of competing priorities. The field salon project, the school feeding, the free quality education project, the road construction, the health systems, a lot of things, the electricity. And now there is Sierratel'S issue underneath. And you want for revive Sierratel'S with a model we don't strive in the United States. We all know about T-Mobile. That is being that we did ride on other network in America. We get other companies we did ride on other infrastructures in Europe. We know say it happen. And here is a situation who say we get an opportunity. So me, I see say the state is lucky. We have to see that the state is lucky because we don't put smile. Now we get for put smile. Now the faces of workers. Now Sierratel'S, we don't do for years. They don't get salaries. Now they are going to have huge backlogs in the name.
Mr. Anthony, I not still get the reply. I not still get the reply because we actually ask you. I say
the context.
No, we're not going to forget context. We not get them.
So for all the fairs, when my brother Melvin the TF for raise. This is the beauty part of it. I want to make you understand. But also, we get content creators them. We know say social media don't take the stage. We get content creators them now, Sierra Leone now, where they make money, they make earning from the contents that they create. But they are limited, they are constrained with internet facility, internet availability. Now, this agreement is saying that CAMP for provide a very when I say floor, I mean a very low tariff demands and available internet facility in bundles specifically for first-time users of telecommunications company and for content creators for able to strive. Now that you
think say Africell no go be afraid. No go be afraid for say because now two different brands. Africell now one, Sierratel'S now one. Africell no go be afraid of losing customers to Sierratel'S.
No. So in fact now this now the beauty of even the financial agreement. Probably may I just tell you this. For make them not afraid, it is going to be 85% benefit to Africell and 15% to government.
Wow.
For the yes.
So the profit, 80% of the profits go to
85% to
85% to go to Africell.
So the
just
reason,
15% then go bring it.
So the reason is clear. For over 10 years, the reason very clear. The reason is government is not going to spend anything for make sure say Sierratel'S camp. No money, government not spend on that. Government not spend nothing for pay liabilities in salaries and backlogs and benefits to staff. This is all going to be incurred by Africell. So everything about the revival, the revitalization of Sierratel'S is going to be done by Africell in this partnership. So everything about investment, money, government not spend nothing. All government want now for provide the services for the citizens in this country and ensure say Sierratel'S is up and running. And by the end of the day or at the end of the day, government they take back in property Sierratel'S way na a benefit for
Sierra Leoneans. So put simply,
government will just a very strong position
Sierra Leoneans them understand the issue.
For privatization.
For they understand the issue, Mr. Anthony. So let's say Sierratel'S make $50 million inside the entire year. About $42.5 million of that $50 million they go to Africell directly and adjust the balance $8 million, then they go to government.
Well, you can even make a $100 million if you want for make quantifier.
85 million they go to government.
Percentage for you. But here is the logic. I'll make you understand also this. Here is the understanding, right? We say fair?
Yes. Go
ahead. Here is the understanding. This very institution not be done the function at all. We government not get money for put into this institution. This institution every night they incur government they incur liabilities in payment of salaries, in payment of other redundancies, right? Every year, government they incur that one day. Every day. Government they pay $35 million debt every month to that debt where the last government we don't take. We put into the CDMA infrastructure. The $35 million to the Chinese government.
But also being in bad faith.
So government they pay all their liabilities here, and the institution Sierratel'S not the function. And somebody comes say, "I they put money into this institution. You know they pay nothing. I they pay you debts them where you don't owe, so you staff them. Then I they run the institution for 10 years, and while they run the institution for 10 years, I they give 15% of the money where they make.
Then take 85% of the
no
profit.
matter like you take 90%. But here is somebody is coming for can say way of we debt them, and for can revive waiting we not able make. You don't see lease.
So for the next 10 years,
you don't see lease agreements then before. You don't see lease agreements then before. Who's you they get land. You get the land, but you not get money for building the land. Somebody can give you some money for your land, and a build structure there, very mighty structure. You see how they use that for the next 20 years. After 20 years, you take the structure. You don't see them before.
Absolutely.
Yes. So waiting wrong. It's almost like this. Waiting wrong where somebody they say you not get them, but me get them for use them, but they use small thing for make waiting you get me up well.
No,
because if you continue to go this way, Sierratel'S is going to really go down.
We know
and government is going to
government don't
continue to
complain
incur.
of competing priorities. Them just like we say, get for pay teachers. Them get for do lots of things with money. Why government negotiates? Let's say 50-50. Africell get 50%.
So if you say if government they get that negotiation power for make a 50-50, government not for do them. So this is where
are you say even if 90% they take
so
this
is where you
say even if Africell take 90%,
this
not
is
bad.
where people feel
Melvin, they come in very soon.
This is where people feel say government is just saying okay, yeah, no, this government negotiates strongly. One of the things where government succeed for do where people for praise government for now for make government ensure say them money where government owe them staff there Sierratel'S staff them Africell pay them money then they. You know what I mean? You know how many smiles don't catch on the faces of people who don't they work and extended families
and not
who
of
don't
profit.
benefit.
If the main issue is not profit making at all, just because we want to pay the staff liabilities for cover.
And that is also one. What about bringing the Africell to life? I mean Sierratel'S to life. What about even reinstating, revitalizing the name of Sierratel'S for me functional? You know what I mean? You know how many job opportunities we don't get for creating this country?
I know say we must come
No,
here.
we
We
get
must
for
reach
understand one
per
day.
job.
How many shops that they get for open, where they get for employ people there? Sierra Leoneans, where they work in that company, where they pay. You know how many tax get for go inside the government coffer?
Right.
Where they come inside. So people get for understand the context.
We not get
a lot
so
of things get for happen beautifully around this arrangement. But people are just saying how much Africell they get. How much what about where the team we don't die? You think how much it take you for a river?
Okay, so Melvin, this is not the last bites. You get the floor as before we go for break quickly.
Thank you.
It is going to intimidate you, Melvin.
85% of return on investments, that basically tells you that he who pays the piper calls the tune. So now like football, you know, where team then can underperform, they can do, they can just carry it a caretaker manager. Because governments have been careless, including this one. Because you cannot be saying the previous government entered into a bad deal and you know only accountable. Hold them accountable because this is public money. And now we are paying Exim Bank. The figures are there according to government. So why you know all them people and they're accountable? What the justice ministry waiting the justice? So you ask yourself, these are issues them we not forgo. But the fact remains, the argument as to now does not hold. And basically, when you talk about complaining about the state of Africell, it shows that the SLPP government has failed. Seriously. From a political or governmental perspective. Because these are things that we then spot out from 2018. So why you need to come in 2026 and use them as a trump card for this deal?
I hope say you understand where I say government don't try with over 5 potential investors for privatization, but they back out because of the huge liabilities and of course the damage to the infrastructure of Sierratel'S. I hope say you be the way they talk all this. So government don't make tremendous efforts.
So you know what is called unfair trade practices.
I don't get the question.
On what is called unfair trade practices.
Oh, you can tell
How
me
is this unfair?
Unfair because there is a company where sponsored by other governments and states, the United States, competing not only as a private company, all done. Important, very.
So how are they important?
It's very important because
how important?
It muzzle corporate competition.
Oh my God!
It kill state-owned enterprises under the flimsy excuse of not properly managed.
Was Sierratel'S functional?
Was it not functional?
No. How many years did they down? How many years Sierratel'S? We are talking about over 10, 15 years.
It's an illusion.
Them, so
when you say Sierratel'S, they don't. You mean like for saying they exist, and that's
Sierratel'S is not existing.
Are you sure?
For 15 years, Sierratel'S not exist.
Tell me, say they are not providing you the job. When say they are not
providing.
providing.
When last you make call?
So why then get Inskim managing director? If they are not,
just they pay number for nothing.
For nothing they pay.
No. When last again we make call?
Melvin, make him clear.
When last you make Sierratel'S call? When last you buy Sierratel'S?
Bami, please allow him. Melvin, go ahead. Yes.
No. When last
don't you know that?
When last you enjoy that service?
Don't you know that have it? Don't you know that people are paying for it?
Melvin, you say it a kill competition. How?
Because if America, they accuse China of giving their companies in many places across the world excessive cash for dominating markets. This is an unfair competition to other competitors, including the state-owned enterprise.
You think this will give edge against Africell and competitors?
It don't edge again, don't get there. Also edge again, don't get there. So you don't get there. Now big gutter hole. Now you don't put between them. Big one, and then a tsunami hole or earthquake crater. Now exactly that's the word. It don't create what I call a competitive crater between Africell and it's called other competitors.
And that is bad for the country.
Absolutely. And this is a government. Go and read their manifesto. They promise to allow fair competition.
So excuse me, I want to clarify that quick, and because it's very important, right? So this now be an opportunity where na a bill.
You are asking me my question. Let me just land.
Let me Melvin, we're not getting again.
You allow the mic. Well, you have been unfair to me.
So no, please. No, we're not the compete with the conversation.
No, conversation. Yes.
With the conversation.
There are two questions.
So this
two great questions.
Where government floats, right, through the Ministry of Communication, Technology and Innovation. So any institutor
can come in.
Right? But this institution will say now
let
only
me make my final point.
Let me make my
okay, so then they clear. Melvin, you get
final point.
Okay.
Final point. I will come in. You can't the floor. You take all the floor.
Okay, so Melvin, you get 1 minute.
Thank you very much.
Wrap up quick.
Africell, Africa's telecom giant, under scrutiny. The first paragraph, back to the African Express article. It said, perhaps most at issue in the report is the status of Africell's debt. Documentary evidence and details of the internal government audit for 2019 shows that Africell still has an outstanding debt of over 17 billion in 2019 and a further 12 billion in 2020. I was just left-handed. Is this the kind of company we want to partner with? Is this the kind of company where we get huge money and still the OE? Is this the kind of company we want to partner with? So that's my point.
So whilst Africell owe governments billions of loans, they can't pay government debts.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna forget break. I still live the Epic Morning Show on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. We're live in eastern parts of Freetown via Choice FM, Radio Garden on Facebook and YouTube.
Some moments can call for calm, others can demand for energy. And with Carel, you get the best of the two worlds. For tea lovers them, Carel Aroti Premium Blend, they deliver true quality in every cup. It's if they come out from high mountain area them. This premium black tea strong, natural and full of character. It will give you one different taste and fresh feeling. We go deal with you all day. With 100 tea bag na every pack, you go always get more for enjoy and save for share. Carel Aroti. Feel the freshness of nature in every sip. And when you need energy for power you day, just take Aro Cafe. Made from 100% pure premium coffee. Aro Cafe, rich and gets fine smell. 1 cup will help you stay energetic and active all day. Quick for share and good for any time and any size. 2 great choices and 1 trusted name. Carel with a bring premium tea and coffee for every environment.
sabi Benny Mix?
I dey tell you, na Solomon in first food love dando.
Bobo, Benny Mix don't come back oh. Look where he rich and fine.
Epic ready.
Na salon here that they make am. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. You find for big person, it dey make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you dey able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even them safe as dinner. Benny Mix
Epic ready.
like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Member say Benny Mix then a packet and they write PLC banner. Benny Mix they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, we are number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077 678. Benny Mix,
We need
go
a bank
strong,
account
go
about
smart.
We are here to lend a hand, and we will place no one above you. More than banking,
Epic Radio.
Whatever your dreams may be, Bloombank will get you there. Blooming together, we'll walk with you every step of the way. Banking with excellence, at the tip of your fingers. There's only
Epic
one
Radio.
bank, Bloombank Africa, we make it happen. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen. Bloombank Africa, we make it happen.
You sabi Benny Mix?
I dey tell you, na Solomon in first food
Epic
love
ready.
dando.
Bobo, Benny Mix don't come back oh. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here that they make am. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get 14 important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong,
Epic radio.
smart and healthy. You find for big person, it dey make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you dey able to eat in the morning as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even them safe as dinner. Benny Mix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Member say Benny Mix then a packet and they write PLC banner.
Epic
Benny
ready.
Mix, they all sign a salon for sale. But if you want to buy plenty, we are number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073
Epic Radio.
648 or 088 077 678. Benny Mix, grow strong, grow smart.
All right, welcome back to the Epic Morning Show. 079 994 993. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Pamusa the corner advisor.
Pamusa, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
And our ask will guess na so to no more. And I know say Sierratel'S don't fall. Now make and Africell they can take her. So me they ask brother now, would I responsible for Sierratel'S in fall one down? So now because on this, please, I want the answer, sir.
079 994 993. Call inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Take hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
You name inside the call from?
Animola, I call from Tree Planting.
Go ahead, 1 minute.
Yeah, the question of all, I think about meeting at the studio as a guest. I don't know, maybe someone missed the name.
Yes.
Well, let's say government know the pay no money. This year I tell you talk about they get the infrastructure. Then get poles and get towers then get system. They not that like say now this government official like they do. You see that we state one enterprises there, so they deliberately for let them fail. And if you watch the interest of people there, we go in our government or government workers them, we get interest for this kind of deal we don't with Africell. It is so dubious. We can make they make sure say let we industry in the field or let we enterprise in the field for let them go privatize our way within that your interest. How could they pay that $35 million na Exim Bank? Our government is able to get that money. They say government they pay nothing, and now the same share I tell older that day. So if you tell say government they spend nothing, I think that statement is unfortunate. Thank you.
Okay. 079 994 993. Call we inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is Abakar from Phoenix.
Bakar, go ahead.
I really surprised me about Abani. You understand? We normally know Sierratel'S under the NPRC. We know where people they go and then different parts them, more than they make line or make call. immediately we Pakabakam, Africell we decision they register under Sierratel'S because now be the only network that they will be. And under Pakaba, now this Sierratel'S can fall. Under Pakaba, now this Sierratel'S can fall. Then when the former presidents come in and the school, it help to build Sierratel'S up. So if you really back again this government here, they don't they tell you about privatize, they tell you about this, they tell you. So inside this government they spend the money there now. Who say them people here they spend money? If Sierratel'S when a salon company, when we say now the company then they for we the ordinary poor people in. Government they tell we say then they go subletter to Africell. So say we dey now. Imagine Africell will be say it don't tariff them per week. Africell will be say between me and you, I they call you. In the day before me, so your phone they off. Africell will be say they get so many protocols and so many then they think people and credit there. Now net we sleep.
All right.
At the same Africell back they go second back product in a Sierratel'S.
Okay.
Then una sit down at that place there, una they sit up the talk and they bring things of that kind of shit.
Thank you. One for establish for say the views of we listeners and callers, also the view of Epic Radio. We'll just take a few comments where they come in on the social media platforms. Them, Mystic Dwazak they say, well, the government's approval for Sierratel'S to take over, approval for Africell to take over Sierratel'S operation offers hope, especially regarding the settlement of outstanding salaries for past and current workers. Many Sierra Leoneans remain uncertain. Questions persist whether the transition process was transparent and open to other mobile operators or if it was exclusively granted to Sierratel'S, to Africell. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This time Ibrahim, I call from Bo.
Ibrahim, go ahead. Give 1 minute.
Okay, so I want to let the man at the studio, I don't know, the one where they talk about the government side. Maybe don't touch on something very important we government need for pay attention to. This America team, we're not going to let them say,
hello?
Pay America, they help you. Because this is an American company, this Africell thing. And America don't invest so much in a salarium. We really get for be careful. Because then they help people at the end of the day where they want country, if you resist, it's a problem for you. We get for pay attention to that one day.
Okay.
Other company then they. Okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Mulko Emobango on Facebook, they say, congratulations to Africell, the Mini and Sierratel'S for this milestone. However, what is the financial model? How is Africell going to recoup their investment? If it is a PPP model, what is the payment model waterfalls? We are not getting the clear financial model of the agreement. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Anamta, good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my brother, Mr. Melvin, and the other brother at the studio can represent the ministry. But Malik, I want to talk, but I don't know no more. I want to talk about music, which is Stiff Naked Fools. That's something that got to come up. Because listen, my brother, if 5 companies in video come for take up because of the kind of liability, the damages, what you will pay, they don't pull it back out. 5 different terms and 5 different companies. Now, Sierratel'S, Africell don't come in. Even yesterday when I did the leadership program, I say, let God make the one that will be done losses, the other don't die, let the people benefit. So, me, I commend this still come up because this thing don't know benefit on this side. If you, now Africell don't come make somehow we don't suffer. They take the labor suffer. For them I can get benefit now. Me I commend that side. I don't know so much here. Even if you check the staffs them.
Anamta, thank you.
If the staff they now said that they call they will take. So me I hope say the government make it be better for the one who don't do it.
All right, okay. Max Thompson on Facebook, they say, I hope the pensioners of Sierratel'S who are owed a huge backlog of salaries will not be left out, as I have not heard any mention of this. These pensioners have been instrumental in the running of the company before now, and noting that they were on contributory pension, similar scheme to that of NASIT. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You name and inside the call from?
I call from Red Form.
Go ahead, you have 1 minute.
A good program. You see, no left for the green politics financial. People are not suffer at this Sierratel's. People who don't die, they left them money. Maybe they take away the talk radio. They take them. I know you you don't campaign for APC 2012, you don't mic. People will not die behind Sierratel's. Would you have let the government try for paying people? Let them run Africell back, Sierratel's back. Not left politics at this country. You are big. Thank you.
All right. Tuwe Abubakar on Facebook, they say, I'm so happy about Sierratel's. Now the company this way, we say, I'll be the hustle for before I travel, go Dubai. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Epi.
You name and the call from?
Me and Samuel call from St. John.
Go ahead, 1 minute.
I commend the government for particular.
Hello?
Hello? Yes, hello?
Yes, go ahead.
I commend the government for what they do. It's like people that don't die for this money. People they don't protest for this money. If government don't go find investors, they don't count some. I quite appreciate it. I mean, Melvin, I can buy go today, chap. Big time. You guys go that talk all that time. At the end of the day, now work once more people they get to the country. Okay, once. Now just the code they talk. So waiting for the talk, but now let them improve on the quality. And the quality for the job now. You understand? But at least now okay, they can't for people there. You see? Okay. So, but I know this one is champ. Thank you.
079-994-993. Callway inside the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Morning, I'm inside at the call from Center.
Side, go ahead.
Me and this time we want to agreement, although we don't see the agreement. But we think this is a partnership. What do you bring can at the table? And one thing when you know, when this government can afford, then do some forensic audits that they are state are there. Some of the people who are responsible for the collapse of the institution, they're still there alive. Some of them, in fact, they tell come here and say they look for. I remember the last general manager of the Navy, he said, all right. And somebody is come and it's like, oh man, I can revitalize or whatever. Look, the thing we are in Skoma in Bralo, Pacific, and other company, if they look at forensic audit, then we see that they're actually responsible for collapse of the institution. When the institution not collapse, I mean, what do you expect commodity for capital? They're not do, and these are first and first Africell for coming inside for against the government. And these are the problem. Until the institution they have to get board management, we qualify for handle the institution, they are not a politicians, then go get the way forward. But once now politicians they go from them body, now so they will don't take with them institution collapse, they can be say government no get money. What I mean say government no get money? Government can give sell the management of the company and pull it commodity. Thank you very much.
Okay, let's just take a few more calls and wrap up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. You can call me on 079-994-993. Hello, good morning.
Assalamu alaikum, Usman Ibrahim Mara.
Wa alaikum salam, Commander Jibo.
Thank you very much. Congratulations to Melvin. This are the short one. Melvin is Sierra Leone. Melvin is journalist. If Melvin want to declare for big politician, he dey go for MP. Now what we can call lock up the issue. If you believe the government they do well, talk am. So but we never want to attack Melvin so impersonal. Look for this man they talk say Melvin don't take for campaign for APC. Who tell you that? If you know the situation court, let's give me the proof.
Hey, Commander Jibo, don't talk for Melvin. Melvin there, I go talk for himself.
They believe for party before they talk national issue. Everyone knows that Sierratel'S now we all come in one proud of at Sierra. That's a government property. If they see anything that they privatize, we don't go talk. And the man they talk, they tell Melvin, he they want them. He not able to threaten you. If you threaten, I mean, they threaten you in America. Like I tell you.
Melvin. Melvin, now the biggest supporter you go get this. Commander Jibo of Watalo. Okay, let's take this one more call and wrap up the first segment of the Epic Morning Show. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You name inside the call from.
Ibrahim. That man will be talks to that station. Always he talks to that lie. Always he
Who that's
talks
the lie? Who
to
that's? Why you say
the
the
man.
lie?
That man only talk for government.
So
Always he talk.
waiting he say what you think saying a lie?
Not the truth. I tell me okay up to 2017. I tell you okay they pay staff there. 2025 they don't pay. Always that guy he talks to the lie like that.
So what is for say now? Now that during the time of the APC 2017 to 2018, everything was okay. Now when SLPP come 2018, things begin for go south. Okay, we not get time for take more calls, but let's just return to Una. I'll begin with you, Mr. Anthony.
Yes, plenty thank you to the callers and the texters them, and I know with Sierra Leone, we know how the callers and the viewers can view and get perspective on the various discussions. So we appreciate everybody. We appreciate everybody in view. Me and one person we very quiet and down to earth and accepts everybody in your position in life because na respect. I want for start with the last caller. We say me na liar the lie and everything I talk na lie. In fact, they will pay Sierratel'S staff until 2017. Now only after 2018, now they start for pay them. I think say a not be listen where I begin my conversation. I tell and say by 2012, they make government of Sierra Leone make a decision under the leadership of the then president, Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, for invest $35 million weighed and trust from the Chinese government for put into the infrastructure, the network infrastructure into Sierratel'S for upgrade them. So then choose between CDMA and GSM, but they choose the CDMA infrastructure. So then choose Dande, and between 2012 to 2014, things are fine with Sierratel'S. Everybody will want to go Sierratel'S because things are fine, network is very good. But by 2014, the CDMA infrastructure, that network infrastructure, it closed, it collapsed, it become obsolete. That means say that nobody produce any spare parts again. So now so Sierratel'S begin do. So between 2014 to 2015, we any part will be poor now, now Sierratel'S they not be able to make it again because spare part not in the market. So now so the customers base begin drop. Now so the machine themselves begin spoil because spare part not there again. I will make example like Dell. I say a Dell machine they use. If the Dell machine owner they use in keyboard spoil and in order in market for buy, that machine not they work again. And so they begin spoil. So now so is situations where the staff they not be able to get salaries again because government not the solvent Sierratel'S. Now Sierratel'S they make money for government. Now so the structure there. So because the customer base don't they drop, Sierratel'S not be able to get money for pay the staff them between 2015 to 2017, right? In 2018, the then Minister Rado Swari, now get meeting with the staff and see the plight of the staff. He decides they made them pay them at least 1 month intermittently. When they pay them 1 month, they take some 5 months if they don't pay them. They pay them 110 more. But so now so the situation we don't go. I just want to clarify the lie. The lie where they say I be the lie, forget the background for many listeners.
But quickly,
I want to go through the other thing there.
I know. But quickly, government is not able for as in invest on Sierratel'S. Let's say because $2 million we Africell can pay for on Sierratel'S, make we see the kickstart operations. Sierratel'S gets existing infrastructures, but how about government investing on Sierratel'S moving forward? They will make the money. So the money they can now, the profit, 100% will go to government.
So you get for also understand say it's about resources. We live in a very scarce resources. We get serious. Let me lay the.
But this not investment.
So make I tell you. Let me lay the background of.
Pay teachers also.
I lay the background of the competing priorities. I also want to make you understand. Say government they pay liabilities. Government they pay debts. May I put on so make people understand. $35 million government they pay every month. That debt day now since the last governments that they be doing happen. So if government will pay debts. The government get liabilities for pay staff, backlog. The government puts money in the same program with very dilapidated infrastructure. If government they put money into Sierratel'S, you know what they mean? Government they change the entire infrastructural brand. We done it cost nothing less than $65-70 million at this moment. No, let's say if government have to put money, no, that discussion they on the floor. I know they discuss that one day until it's finalized. Which are they talk now? Now Sierratel'S is going to ride on the infrastructure of Africell.
Okay,
the other
so you
part,
respond to
we'll
the callers then
later.
quickly as we wrap up.
Yeah. So the person will say that I just want to make you understand. Now my responsibility for making you understand, so you go change your mindset, say not to lie. The other person also they talk Mystic. Mystic saying a very good hope to Sierra Leoneans. Yes, you don't know the detail of the agreement, but for the mere fact that Sierratel'S is going to be revived, they say to Ram, now a very good hope to Sierra Leoneans, and I think say I like that. Somebody they ask whether a PPP model. Yes, this is a private partnership model where Sierratel and Africell they go into the government of Sierra Leone. So now some man they comment the idea because some people they get forget the money, them the backlogs that we don't suffer so very long. Somebody will inquire about the pensioners. Yes. So in my conversation, in my discussion with you, I also say the $2 million is targeted to backlog salaries. I say there are a lot of components, and I want to make them very clear, make people understand as we make presentations to the people. This $2 million is really targeted for backlog salaries. I tell you, I say there are allowances whether for pay, bonus allowances, retirement benefits, them, and all that thing there. So pensioners now also part of the package. But so at the moment, with the preliminary investigations or research, it's about $6.3 million. And we know this until go rise past the one day. But at the moment, we want for government to focus for pay to the backlog salaries. And that's
okay.
that's not the thing.
All right.
People understand.
Melvin.
Thank you very much. I still stick to some of the basics.
Maybe I want answer one more. We very connected to Melvin. Yes, we say we get for pay attention to the American intervention into this. This will get a very competent cabinet in Sierra Leone. Now cabinet don't approve this agreement, and before cabinet they approve such a very sensitive agreement, cabinet they do thorough background check. Cabinet they assess the risk of going into any agreement where the state they go into. So I know say reaching this so-called milestone where we man look at now something where don't go through very good scrutiny, where they don't check the risk and they don't investigate and ensure say it's good for Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans before this they come out. So I am for allay the fears of Melvin.
Melvin, you be afraid?
I was skeptical.
Okay, so just respond to the callers.
Thanks to all the callers and to the one who send messages. Musa, of course, Pasai will answer your question. Some of the people that will lead to the downfall of Sierratel, they still live with us, but nothing has been done to them. And despite this government, we don't talk all, but the problem with them cause, they're not doing nothing to them. So yes, that is an important aspect. I agree with Mr. Molai that some of the state-owned enterprises here probably collapse because of you get forces behind the scene rather than collapse, so then we'll take them for private and then we'll get shares then they and all that. That might be a suspicion, and I want to say yes, it might be not far from the fact. Bakar, he say he's surprised. Oh, I mean, my brother is here to talk for the government, and I think he don't do work competently. And he talk about Pakabai role. Of course, if we look at the problem, we have to go far back. Yes, when the attempt was made to privatize Sierratel in 2012, and before that in administration and all that. So I think yes, that is serious. Again, I stick to the foreign government influence over Sierratel, over Africell. Somebody might feel that is not important. It is important. And like waiting board and a board on talk. America, they not put their money on something where they not get security and assurance. And if anything goes south, then we will get reserved for ask so many questions, and that's why we don't ask them now. To Ibrahim, okay, Ibrahim, thank you so much for that. Anamta, let's see how somebody say me chap, because this it can't solve the problem. It's not this not the problem with Salomon. Anyone and Giwi, we say oh. We don't even know what's inside the full agreement. We don't say, oh, he happy with passports, he happy with toll gates. Now the same mistake people somehow will make. Because they say, oh, Africell, they can't give work. Before this corporate partnership they go through, government don't say we say there is going to be redundancy. So you look at the one who they go for Campun for, so you remember the one who they go for Amputs. Who does that? So everybody getting where I look at logic, that might be your own logic. I left that to you. And somebody talk about red pump. You know, God na person at the sleepo. And some of we then after prayer then always the prover. Me brother always sit down and also go tell you say Melvin singularly under the agent under the community organization where they run call am community radio. Now one of my legacy in the community. Now me singularly challenge the APC, say how can we have 2 APC MPs and 2 APC councillors and yet still New England road being bad? So if you go ask New England people and they go tell you say waiting, even APC people and go ask them people like Mami Femi and the executive. Or go ask Cherry Coco. So what you talk, so I don't need to belabor the point, but it's just a tactics. When you talk to people like they say, how you do APC? When you go see David saying, say, how you do SLP? Me, then they do nothing to me. Oh. They do nothing to me. Okay. I stand for the truth and I will always...
We not get... Yeah.
I just want the voice on waiting Melvin say. I know I make people they politicize competent people some of the times. I don't know Melvin for over 15, 20 years. For example, the road na Hennessy Street. Melvin ain't go wake me na net. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we go na meals. He see potential in me for talk to people. This is about 10 years plus ago.
When we are not public
we are young, small boys.
All right, so
now we call meeting as community young people. Now we make this road. Hennessy Street, where they make so we see make so
and tell them
without politics.
Your position will get from some of
let me go.
So please,
I
will join now.
Thank you.
That does not move me. I will always, by God's grace.
As a journalist.
All right. Thank you so much, Melvin Tijan Mansare and Augustine Bami Anthony for joining me this morning here on the Epic Morning Show. Up next, we'll get sports and entertainment news plus the review of the biggest stories them from yesterday with Marion Precious George. Until then, my name is Usman Ibrahim Mara. Take care.
Baby, where them woke me at, where don't make me feel like say I'm not man enough, I no get nothing for offer. So all me party when look down on me, where don't make me feel like say my life no go become something, and they walked away.
All right, hello, good morning and welcome to Sport Update inside the Epic Morning Show. May make it reach you this morning. My name is Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya. Inside Sport Update this morning, Burnley and don't be the second team inside the English Premier League. We don't be relegated to the Sky Bet Championship. The Sierra Leone Football Association don't invite application from suitable qualified candidates for the position of head coach of the national senior men's team, Leone Stars. Also inside Sport Update this morning, John Bilili Cisse been featured for Bray Wanderers following in team's 6-5 victory against Drogheda United in the Irish second tier league. John Bilili been very much impressive in that particular match. And away from that one, Juma Ba, where they play for OGC Nice, don't helping team for go to the final inside the Copa de France after the 2-0 win against Star Bow. Congratulations indeed to Juma Ba. New Ghana head coach Carlos Queiroz don't depart now. They go to Ghana now ahead of an official unveiling as a Black Star head coach. Indeed, and well, for over 200 days, Arsenal only on top of the league. Yesterday, officially Manchester City don't take the lead. They don't go on top of the Premier League. As them get a 1-0 victory over Burnley, and they don't leapfrog Arsenal. So Arsenal and Man City get same point, 70 points each, 37 goals each, but Man City don't score 66 goals, whilst Arsenal don't score 63 goals. So goals scored make Man City the ahead of Arsenal. And finally, history in the making moment for Al Nassr has they don't secure them spot inside the AFC Champions League, that the Asian Champions League. They don't become the first Saudi Arabian club for ever reach the final of this tournament, AFC Champions League. Two times they've been there, and Al Nassr go play against Gamba Osaka from Japan. Well, mark your calendar as this game will be on the 16th May, and it will be an opportunity for Mekonalo win the Asian Champions League. That's all in the Sport Update basket. May make you reach. My name is Reginald Boyano Jukutu Soya. Stay tuned to the program.
Good morning, listeners of Epic Radio. It's a cozy Thursday morning. As I want to welcome you to the ENT update. Let me go now straight to the updates. So the first one, Omale don't ignore the video as he don't name the people them where they look up to in a recent interview where he get. So according to him, he say the video not a person where it is see as a mentor, as person where inspirational. Well, Lande na in the star Omale gets for say, but the beat do. Next up, Universal Calabash news Nigerian singer and songwriter Wena King Madi don't allegedly accuse in former record label say the attempt for derailing music career. Well, the claim come after where he pull in single way title Pepe Me and then they be put on Spotify. So this now don't raise a lot of concerns among fans. So inside a series of Instagram stories then where the 19-year-old will later delete, he alleged say the same individual there where them previously be accused for frustrate Cynthia Morgan, now the same people there now where they target them to and they want for destroy a music career. Next up, Sierra Leone musician based in Australia when a Terror D is set for release a new song titled When a Sensational. So the official audio they drop Friday the 22nd of May. Stay tuned and make sure say where the song drop you go stream, like, love, follow and share. Next up, Sierra Leone music producer Nashito Kulala just don't drop the official flyer for in Go Hard or Go Home Beach Challenge, and this wire so na the second edition. So if you na artist, you na rapper, make sure say you step in, you go crazy or you step out. We all know how the part 1 be end, and then just no say part 2 get for be crazy. Next up, Lord Mo don post the official letter where he sent to the ambassador when a cow by the Sierra Leone music producers, where the team titled 8 April 2026 through the leadership of Lord Mo the Goldfinger. And this come after where the ambassador denies say they no ever inform him or invite him of the song where the Association of Music Producers them do than at the independent song. So this not the sagana where they go on social media between Lord Mo and Ambassador Cow and also the Association of Music Producers and the ambassador. Ambassador say they no give him letter, and then the association say they give him letter, and then post a lot of evidence where they show say indeed then give him the letter. So that day now we just wait for see how that thing they don't unfold so that we will see the end result of that particular brawl day. So finally, yesterday on the Drive Time show with Streetwise Entertainment artist Exubi, we make some few things them clear about the industry as to why it feels say we still there back and we dey party still back and forth. Now all these are get for now in WNT update. Keep it locked to Epic Radio 99.3 FM. So refreshing. Aminata Kamara signing out.
There are a couple of artists the way they do good, you know, like individually.
Okay.
We are not feel to then concentrate or then channel the energy towards Sierra Leone industry. Then just believe then they will handle their own thing. Yet still they represent Sierra Leone.
Fully.
You know, right? The more they try to come together for create unity, but to me it's like the more they create more confusion.
Okay, makes sense.
I don't know if not because of interest, clash of interests and things like that. You know, this Kabbalism thing also not the way that affects Sierra Leonean music. You know, like if I know the part of a crew or part of Ugarian, I'm not involved.
Wow.
Even though if I get the potential, the capability, then they watch to that. They watch to that. Probably, excuse me, this is not radio. I know I say certain things, but they watch to that they kiss toe or kiss foot or bow down in such a way. Yeah, pay respect to people the way they deserve for be respected, but respect is something very reciprocal. Wherein I like man small self, you forget your respect for what himself able to do. You understand? And so the industry, there's a whole lot of chaos going on, bro. You go see man and they party today next to my see them then our worst enemies, then like say they don't be ever interact. Wow. So I believe say individually we got a couple of artists the way they do tremendously well, and shout out to them. And but the majority, like the music not really they penetrate how we supposed to penetrate with the music. The music supposed to go beyond Sierra Leone, not just Sierra Leone. Just like how the Ghanaian and the Nigerian music that they penetrate beyond Nigeria and Ghana. That they reach winner up all the way na Ghana the music they come up from, but
You sabi Benny I dey tell you, na Solomon in first food love dando.
Baba, Benny Mix don't come back home. Look where he rich and fine. Na salon here and they make them. Na him make it always fresh and not here at all. Yes, so then they get
Epic Red.
important vitamin them. When they make picking grow strong, smart and healthy. If fine for big person, it they make your body fresh. You don't ask for cook at all, and you dey able
Epic
to eat in the morning
Radio.
as breakfast, afternoon as lunch, even time self as dinner. Benny Mix get different type like picking mix and super mix for all ages. Member say Benny Mix then a packet and they write PLC panel. Benny Mix they all sign a salon for sale. But
Epic
if you want to
Radio.
buy plenty, we are number 44 Battle Street, Freetown, or call on 078 134 541 073 661 648 or 088 077
Epic Radio.
78. Benny Mix, grow strong, grow smart.
I hope that our visitors would listen to this song carefully, because it's true. They're trying their best to stop our progress with bad propaganda. I mean the foreign press. Bad things are blown out of proportion and spread all around. But the good things of the island they will never mention. Like our scholars have sit and passed every test. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. You know our music is rated amongst the best. There's nothing about that in the foreign press. But if a man steal a mango or breeze blow up a woman dress, bet your life we making headline in the foreign press. True, true. Lamba bombe ba, lamba roba, lamba de la de da. Tila loba, la do bamba, tila na. We had a little riot in this town. The headline it got, you'll swear the whole island was burning down. But I had to laugh when a visitor turned and said, what the fuss about? This happens in New York every day. You know our sportsmen are rated amongst the best.
Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, the only person we're destined for become, where you destined for become, not the person where you decide for be. Hello and welcome to the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, where they come to you on 99.3 FM, Radio Garden, YouTube, Facebook, and also through the website at myepiconline.com. Me na your host, Marion Precious George, and inside the show this morning, Speaker of Parliament urged members of Parliament for do more discussion before then pass the National Security and Central Intelligence Bill 2025 into law. And as well, leader of the opposition at Parliament, the one on distraction from democratic issues in the country. And also the Salon People's Party don't oppose proposal where them say they threaten the independence of Electoral Commission of Salon. All of the stories plus the review of various newspapers they inside the show this morning. And unfortunately we not get papers now with this morning. But straight off we'll look at stories we I just make mention of, and we'll look at the first one we get to do it. The Speaker of Parliament we don't say urge members of Parliament them for do more and have where it comes to the National Security and Central Intelligence Bill 2025 before them pass them into law. It make this it mention this inside the debate of this particular bill where happen na the well of Parliament. Usai members of Parliament then be also take part inside the discussion and make them different arguments them and raise sensitive issues regarding the bill. And the speaker make mention say this is an extremely difficult decision for make for pass the bill into law, but members of Parliament for sit again for look at the law proper one or look at the bill proper one before ever they pass them into law, considering how sensitive it be, where especially where it gets to do it national security. I go start with Toby, with inside the studio with me on this particular issue. Toby.
Good morning, Marion, and good morning to our listeners. I think it is a very complex situation, and considering the fact that of recent we don't see a couple of engagement between the opposition party, particularly with the members of Parliament, because when them force starts the issue that has to do with boycott. But if you look at the speaker emphasizing that parliamentarians for still do more and discuss properly before they go close the door and act time it become law. For me, I think the speaker don't show a lot of patriotism in the case of this, looking at the fact that this is the legislative arm of government. When laws are passed, it is final. We all know that the Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Sengopo Thomas, there are so many good things you could definitely talk with on the happen in the world of Parliament, with engagement from different institutions. I remember of recent when I invite somebody violates the standing orders of Parliament, it shows stiff warning, and that is how I really expect the Speaker of the House for show the powers he has. And for me, I think emphasizing, because when this become law, it's the citizens will therefore be highly
and for overturned decisions can
take time. So before passing then things are into law, it asks the parliamentarians. And not state say I'm asking the parliamentarians of the SLPP, but instead say let we all come and let we look into this proper one before we pass. And for me, I think he shows a very good character as somebody with the lead parliamentarians at the world of Parliament.
Now, in as much as the Speaker don't ask members of Parliament for look into the bill proper one before they pass them into law, one thing we're clear inside the proceeding that even the members of the ruling SLPP not be get a consensus, or not all of them not be agree to some of the things or most of the things inside the bill. We make the Speaker say it's quite sensitive, so that then for go back and sit down and look at the law, the document proper one before ever then pass them into law. Unlike other days where you go see, government can go such bill in a parliament, you will see the ruling supporting the bill. mostly they can support the bill, but this time around it's like they not get, then the all members of parliament they not they see with the same eye when it comes to the security bill. Is it that they no say if they do something wrong at this time in terms of trying to pass the bill into law, it will affect not just the country but them as individuals?
Well, we don't see a free cent when bills don't be tabled in Parliament. It will be enacted and become law. But I think the opposition, the main opposition party, raised a lot of concern when this debate been there in Parliament. It's good that when they return back for continue this debate. For me, I not just look at it and say maybe it might go back and haunt the parliamentarians, but I feel like say I think they are doing this bill. They are definitely doing this in the interest of the country, because if this is a bill that like when people then can say any bill with a favor this government, it is easy and quick for be adopted and passed in a parliament. But this is something that has to do with security, and this is something that has to do with a bill. When it don't become law, it will be law, and if somebody violates this, of course you face the full consequences of this. So for me, it is highly important, looking at the fact, say, let them go back, and before they close the doors and it become laws, let them deliberate and for go deep into them. And it is good that when the opposition raise some of this concern, the Speaker of the House expects them concern, and they are acting towards some of these concerns with them raised. That is why they ask the question now, say, or they put the statement, say, let us look at this proper. Let's look at this bill proper. Go into it and let's see. We point out, dot the I's and cross the T's before it become law. For me, I think one of the best things I've seen so far from the Speaker of Parliament.
Now, Reginald, in as much as the Speaker is calling on MPs for go back and get more discussion about the bill, some set of civil society organizations they call for make the bill go back in Parliament for review. Which way you think say the need for go, especially where members of the ruling gets then dissatisfaction about some clauses or some aspects of the document?
Thank you very much. I think it's a two-way. Even the opposition have get them concerned, but so far I think the Speaker has been able to handle the matter very, very well, because that is exactly what you'd expect, particularly from this point in time. This national security and central intelligence bill, Marion, it's one way. For me, the last time I think we get the chairperson for the Legislative Committee, Honorable Suleiman Conte, he did mention about the merits, well, more of the merits than the merit of this particular bill. And I'll be also privileged for go through some portion of the bill when I been get the document. And one thing we stress out, not out, this is a bill where feel like say good at the moment. And remember I said this bill being go at a point where the opposition being on boycott. And also now that the opposition will return to Parliament, we are going to look at what is going to be their own take as far as this particular bill is concerned. I think that's the very good thing that the Speaker don't do, for urge members, member of Parliament, for do more and have the bill properly discussed behind closed door before they go pass them. Because, like I say, the merit and the demerit, and in this particular bill, it is not only the opposition we get concerned, even the ruling. I think one person will get strong concern at the Deputy Leader of Government Business, Honorable Bashiru, as well. Bashiru Siki, in back don't make opinion, and also for the one them as well. So it's a bill we need for be examined very, very well. And after I do examine now, and then I think say we can think about maybe whether as to the MP then can look at as to whether then for pass or no. But I think it's a thorough explanation need for be done for see as to whether this is what we need at the moment, and then we can take up from that point.
Okay, we'll look at another issue as the leader of the opposition at Parliament, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, don't caution the ongoing debate over the removal of the Electoral Commissioner Edmond Alpha. Usai said this risks the distraction from deeper systemic issues where they undermine the country democracy. He also make mention, say, Edmond Sylvester Alpha and removal, not for being seen as victory or defeat or for any political party. He also talked about credible independent search and nomination committee, where he said the country forgets, where go end up get a successor, where possess even greater challenges in the electoral landscape. He also make mention of the party party them we don't pledge, that the SLPP and the APC we don't pledge for amend law them by December 31st. We go establish such a committee, but one, as I make mention, one that the call where they don't make say for remove Edmond Sylvester Alpha, not to the only solution to the systemic issues we don't center around elections in the country. Make this call, or put out this message shortly after the moral guarantor the meeting inside the country with the party, the ruling, and other stakeholders them outside, then come out with resolution them as to waiting government for do as way for put a rest to the APC boycott and several other issues them. I'll start with Toby on this. Now, before ever our Honorable Abdulkago put out this message, one key focus where the party be get, you go agree with me saying that the removal of Edmond Sylvester Alpha, but right after the international moral guarantors travel back out of the country, we see Honorable Abdulkago, they inform the public, say Edmond Sylvester Alpha is not the only issue, but they have greater issues again we need for be rectified before ever we get that kind of electoral system we then they hope for.
Well, I think by the words of the opposition leader in Parliament, it speaks volume for where we get this kind of words from initially, there were all other issues within them as opposition and the ruling government. But still, they made into governance. They not been doing any boycott in respect of that. Despite this is not the first time they don't boycott governance. But when the appointment and approval of Edmond Alpha as the ECSL commissioner, I think we see the APC take strong stance that Edmond Alpha was not properly appointed because there were agreements we then get in unity agreement about the roadmap or processes we then followed before an ECSL commissioner will be appointed. So saying now that the issue around Edmond Alpha, not only the issue within them and the government, I pretty much agree with them. But the message when the All People's Congress sent before now that because of appointing Edmond Alpha as ECSL commissioner, they are going to boycott government. But him saying this now, it means that there were hidden issue with them as opposition, not being states clearly upon why them boycott, but only states one reason. But again,
so I'm sure this gets for do with the tripartite recommendation them yes. Where they not implement also, and the process the way the party we feel say government for go by as way for appoint Edmond Sylvester Alpha.
And indeed, exactly. I don't mention that say the tripartite recommendations is something where the All People's Congress want government for idea to the unity agreement and the Sierratel'S nomination committee where for lead the process for get the new ECSL commissioner. But away from that, there are a couple of good things which it talk after they don't get meeting with the president and the moral guarantor. I think one of a key message or among the key points we make that he emphasized that democracy for remained the priority. In all of these political parties, whether these are fighting for A or these are fighting for B, these two political parties, they not get the same way of governance. So everybody look at and say, democracy need to be respected. And he say, political distraction should not take attention away from the real democratic concern we citizens face in terms of transparency and accountability. And they're also been focused on electoral credibility. I think this is where the APC emphasize that we are not doing this for your own political party, but we want to get a very strong and sustainable foundation and electoral reform we for stop the previous sonko they would only get in re-elections, and then feel say this agreement need for be adhered to and it need for be respected, and indeed because a lot was invested in the tripartite committee. Agreements, recommendations were outlined. Had this recommendation be adhered to, them as opposition say, don't even go much it into the agreement of the tripartite recommendations. And again, they also emphasize, but nothing changed at this moment. Edmond Alpha still continue as the ECSL commissioner, and then serve the return from them boycott of governance. Now the question here is, has APC win, or as SLPP lose as a government, or as APC lose as a political party? When two political parties are fighting, there is no loser in the battlefield. The only losers are the citizens, because this political party now then boycott governance, but now they don't return back to governance. Nothing changes. What happened between the agreement and the moral guarantor? Now for telling back for return to governance. That is why many people have emphasized the last term, I think few months back, I say, whether APC return to governance, it does not change the fact that citizens are still suffering. It does not change the fact that Edmond Alpha will not be removed. And indeed, all of my words, now don't stand so. Edmond Alpha has not been removed. He will conduct the 2028 elections. He will conduct, unless something happen of force mature, we come out from God. But if away from that, he will run the 2028 election. For say APC don't get guaranteed on assurance in the moral guarantors or the meet with government, or for say them points they will outline, then say the unity agreement need for be respected, then say government don't respect the unity agreement, and then the moral alpha don't remain the commission of ECSL. So I don't think them boycott heal any good dividend for the people of this country.
Is this about putting the cats before the horse? Because we look at the agreement, and one of the recommendations are for make the agreements go to parliament, because all this while this back and forth done the agreements will not be the day before parliament. But now the moral guarantor then don't recommend that the agreements go before parliament as it should be.
Exactly. I think they have their own points and do have their beliefs why they feel like say due processes were not followed. If then say due processes were not followed, but nothing has changed. This is the fact. Nothing has changed.
So even with the agreements going to parliament, things not get for change?
I don't think Edmond Alpha then go remove him as ECSL commissioner.
Yeah, as stated by some top government officials, including Mike Brewer.
Yes. So I don't think say it will be very difficult. And if it happen, it will be the first time in the history of this country for an appointee from the president being vetted in parliament and approved, and they appoint him. He don't start for serve, then they remove him. I think it's going to be a rare thing to happen in this country. What I was expecting from the APC, boycotting governance has not changed anything. When I don't deliberate, I don't get meetings from moral guarantors, and the only thing, when many Sierra Leoneans be talking like that, when I go dialogue, now the dialogue don't hold, but the issues still remain the same.
Okay.
For say we're going to see another boycott from the APC, or for say we're going to see another major issue around the APC. What would they expect from the APC? Act like an opposition, put pressure on the government for the life of citizens to become better.
Okay, Reginald.
Thank you very much. I Mohamed Sobidika. I think the focus, just like what Abdulkar will say, it should not basically be about who wins and who loses. It should be about the bigger picture, which is Sierra Leone. Also, I think few things that, I'm not a spokesperson for the opposition or neither the government, but few things where we see happen is that we saw the moral guarantors coming back, forcing negotiation. Remember, the opposition have always been fighting for get negotiation with either the president or government, and that have not been, don't get a result. But with the intervention of the moral guarantors, we saw both parties coming together, and we all know the whole way the vice president as well, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, play. So that could be one win as well. The fact that the two parties come together and agree on the 8 added recommendations. In fact, one of them gets a deadline now. In the previous one, there was no deadline. This time, and the one we get for do with electoral reforms and all of those other things, there is a deadline. They don't give ECSL time for restructure from now until the 31st of December 2026. So we never can tell what could be. And also, there is a deadline. The moral guarantors did mention that the bill and the recommendation for the table na parliament as fast as possible. That was also, we all know say that may be the stall. That was not happening. So this could all be counted as a major gain for both government and also opposition, because again, the government cannot do with the opposition, likewise the opposition cannot do with the government. Everybody need each other for ensure say the state runs smoothly. Now, Abdul Kagbo, as the opposition leader or the minority leader in a parliament, he gets a responsibility for restructuring team and all, because we all know the APC have always been divided. There has been this fight in here and there.
How we say the APC has always been divided?
All right. So the reason why I say this, Marion, this is a political party that protested that they are not going to parliament, and then 2 of the members then go, and we all know where it may happen. And now the opposition will tell you, say APC, there was APC representation in parliament because Dr. Mohamed Bangura Wedede is not representing himself. He not represent other party. He's there under the ticket of the All People's Congress. So that alone a division. Yeah. No, but I think say for the very first time we see them fight with one voice, and at the end of the day they're able to forget whether or not it's all they anticipate for. And another win again from the moral guarantors. Now that they force the opposition, say them for end them boycott immediately and then for return to governance.
But even the one voice you make mention of, Mohamed Bangura was not part of the APC's decision for boycott.
He's a member of the APC.
But he was not part of the decision. He was going to parliament. He was attending parliamentary sittings.
As to whether he was not part of the decision, it was a party decision. Now the decision with them party make. And Mohamed Bangura is a member of the party.
But they attend parliamentary sittings.
Exactly, and that's how they say. So the fact that, in fact, adhere to waiting the party say means the party is divided. That it is as simple as that. If they tell you where the work na Epic Radio say nobody no vocal work today, and Epic Radio the work, then say look no work example, and then me come work.
Will you tag that as division or just one individual?
It shows they're not the see one side. It shows that there is division. It shows that they adhere to anything we get for deal with something like insubordination. Now it's outside division day, because outside you get one voice, nobody will have gone there. And it was not only Mohamed Bangura, even Honorable Thompson was also in this one. I understand he's not in town at the moment, so it was only Mohamed Bangura for almost a month. If they go attend sittings and all of those other things as well. So going forward now, I think the bigger picture should be Sierra Leone. We are just 2 years to election, or less than 2 years to election. And up till now, we just don't get stalemate. And that stalemate even only affect the development of this country, because there are certain bills that we then for go discuss. They were unable to discuss those bills as well. So going forward, I think that's what you are expecting from him, for CIK able to sanitize the ground a little bit. That is why at this point, the focus should be Sierra Leone and not our political parties. But it's just rather unfortunate that people out there just focus fully well on the political party rather than the country, and I make good at this back and forth all day into.
Okay, before we take the final issue inside the show and pick calls, we'll go for a very short break. When we'll come back, we continue.
1xBet, where sports come alive. Visit the site or app and join the Game On promo. Get a chance to win an iPhone 16, cash prizes up to 11,500 leones, and a weekly free bet of up to
Epic
20%.
Radio.
More bets mean more tickets and rewards. Enter the promo code ONLEON and boost your game to the max. 1xBet. Game
Epic
on.
Radio.
Together in the game.
Welcome back. It is the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and with a discuss range of issues, we look at another story outside. The Sierra Leone People's Party do oppose proposal where them say they threaten the independence of the Electoral Commission for Salone. The party said this inside a press statement where them issued out outside the National Secretary General Paran Omar Tarawali Honorable. Say President Julius Madabio he reaffirmed President Julius Madabio in clear and sustained commitment to implementing the agreement for national unity and the tripartite committee's recommendation. The party, through the release, also say this commitment underscored during the guarantor's courtesy call on President earlier this week. But while they welcome the guarantors' 8-point communique of April 20, the SLPP pushed back strongly against proposal where go compromise the independence of the Electoral Commission for Salone. Then cite section 3211 of the Constitution. Also, the party argued that Parliament can not go exercise oversight over the Commission professional operation, just as they say, it no go Parliament no go do or it no go happen then na the Judiciary or the Anti-Corruption Commission. And also the party endorsed the expansion of the tripartite steering committee for include political party and civil society organization them, and then describe this as genuine inclusion. And several other things then where they make mention on electoral reform. Inside the party talk about in support for proportional representation and commend the guarantors for representing parliamentary procedure or expecting parliamentary procedures in relation to the Constitution Amendment Bill 2025. This and several other things them the party make mention of, but they always catch the attention of several people them na the proposal where them say they threaten the independence of the Electoral Commission for Salone, where they make mention of these things where Parliament for, or these sectors where then say Parliament for look inside as part of recommendations from the moral guarantors. And the moral guarantors we did last week, and it take the SLPP over 3 or how many days for response to some of these recommendations to be. What do you think about this, the response to the recommendations made by moral guarantors and the time where they don't left the country already?
Again, thank you very much. So I think the international partners for peace building, we all know their significant role and how important they also they don't form part of a democratic system. Particularly, that's something that has to do with elections. We find that whenever we get elections, we see different international organizations where they can run the country, for can be an observing mission, and for also uphold the peace and democratic stability where we get now the country. But again, if you look the points when the SLPP party they make, then they emphasize on the neutrality or the independence of the electoral commission. They are emphasizing that the electoral commission will be an independent body. Yes, of course, it should be an independent body. So they instead say, appreciation for diplomatic support highlights how international organizations and partners help reduce political tension through mediating and observation. This is one of the mandates of the international moral guarantors for ensure, say, there is no breach of dispute between the ruling government and the opposition party. But if you look at the twist in all of this, the government, the ruling party, when they're in power right now, they make no comment upon the appointment of Edmond Alpha, stating, say, constitutional was duly followed when they appoint him. And if we look at waiting and point out now that the independency of the ECSL also for be respected. That is why then just to emphasize, say, the moral guarantors for also take this into cognizance that ECSL for be an independent body.
Okay, Reginald.
Thank you very much, Marion. I look at the Sierra Leone People's Party, they notice, and I asked myself a question as to why then they cherry pick few recommendations that with them feel like okay, and then saying the others should be revised, or so to speak, they're not okay with the one and all. I think that for me not sound the best interest. If you are looking forward to the recommendation, then it should be all. It should not be the ones that you are comfortable with, and then the ones that you are not comfortable with. If you don't commend the moral guarantors on the additional inclusion of other political parties, yes, because we are not to APC and SLPP no more. Get for compete in the elections, other parties and get for compete. So you need to add them there. Civil society, I'm wondering, like, I wonder how civil society them we really then go add the and all, because we all know how civil societies them. Some civil societies are out there. I mean, some civil society you already know by the way how they even talk. If you know that you align them to either the APC or you align them to the SLPP. and all. So I think it should not be half-baked. It should be one that, in the spirit of unity, as the agreement they say, the agreement of national unity, every single one of those recommendations should be welcomed by the SLPP. But to say we are okay with this and not with this, for me, I feel like it's not, sound genuine and all, and I feel like you also get the tendency for undermining the process will just come out bam, and also they show a slap on them face as a government, as a ruling party that is in government, because if the vice president, when do the second part of the negotiation on behalf of government, whatever thing where the vice president go agree upon together with the opposition and the moral guarantors, these are things that you should not come out again. So this is more like even the vice president will take part in the process. In my own opinion, we not even respect the decision we go say, and also they should be looked into carefully and see how capable for work on Amayo. That's just what I think about that.
And one part of the press release also make mention of the APC 19 page press release where the SLPP described as unhelpful and unnecessary. Looking at the APC press release and some of the things where they mention, and the party make mention, say the things where they mention are things where the moral guarantors talk about, and the recommendation them where them they reach at.
Whose party? You mean the SLPP?
The SLPP mentioned, say the APC 19 page or so press release, unhelpful and unnecessary.
Well, I wonder on which yardstick the Sierra Leone People's Party. I think them before on they in a better position for maybe respond to some of those things. But yesterday, in fact, I reached on to the vice chairman of the party, Robert Kondima Kagbo, and one of the things that he told me that he's not going to comment on this one, and all. I was like, really, and all other things as well. So going forward, I think you are expecting them. They need to justify. You don't just say, well, they are unhelpful, maybe without making some instance. I think going forward, we are expecting, I mean, if the opposition is challenging government on issue, let it don't be just challenging them. Provide us with some substantial backing, evidence, that way you hold them onto. The same again for the SLPP. If you are challenging the opposition on certain things, it should be as well on not only condemning that thing, but providing us, furnishing us with the necessary information that we need as against those things. But if it's not happening, then it's just like distraction and all other things. And you ask yourself one question, then what is the significance of this particular negotiation? We don't go waste of time on, because again, more guarantors have been here not once, they've been here like twice, and up till while they get back and forth, at the end of the day, this will come up. So I think we really need to go from this stage where they and see how before put alone as the bigger picture.
Okay, we'll open the phone line now and take some calls, 0799949993. But before we pick calls, make I ask you a simple question. If something happened to your business or property today, how fast you go able for recover? Now this make you need J-Man Insurance, and they know them for fast claim payment, so you can get back to business without any stress. Plus them premium and affordable and flexible package, all can be able for work for you. Call them on the number 088-220-137 or visit number 2 Adelaide Street and get insured today. J-Man Insurance, they're trustworthy and professional. With the pick calls now inside the show, we go for caller on the phone. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, boy from Godric.
Yep, boy, go ahead.
Okay, number one, in my understanding, the moral guarantors are not to lawmakers. They don't come to make the law of Sierra Leone. The law, they meet them. They come for show, say, the moral supremacy of the Constitution. Now, in the stand. Now, I make the start of the document. They say everything for be in line with the Constitution, which is the most moral document in this country. So, the process of the commission, in my own opinion, the legality of the search and nomination committee and the legality of the restructuring of ECSL for be in line with the Constitution. So therefore, go talk in a parliament about the legality of them thing and this. So we not they just grab one party or one group of people just say, hey, when I go restructure, hey, when I do this. No, there is a law. Then a comment say the Edmond Alpha was not properly appointed. I can dispute that and say he was properly appointed by Constitution, by the President in proposal based on the constitution. So he was properly appointed.
Okay.
There is no roadmap for appointing Sierratel'S commissioner by tripartite, not to tripartite with the work of the constitution of Sierra Leone. So let me get that clear. Moral guarantors are not lawmakers. Lawmakers in the parliament.
Okay.
Let them go. Thank you.
Okay, we pick more calls on 079-994-993. Call and make a contribution regarding issues being discussed. Hello, your name outside the call firm.
Yeah, good morning, Marion Question Church.
Yes, good morning.
Anamta.
Okay.
Thanks very much for this wonderful program.
Welcome.
I'm going already on top topic. This issue from what I started, I tell APC, I said, see the way they make when they deviate from what you for deeper, for long focus for 2028. And I end up in so. And I tell them, say, you know, when they happen to Salon government, we don't pass 50 down. We party in power, they do something opposition, say no, they reverse them. I don't want to say how. So now I can tell people, stay focused. On a focus. Every other issue, the more that we don't talk about ourselves because it's constitutional, and then within the confines of the constitution, the president to do the needful. So we pay attention to APC for our own good, for let this country go fine. All I tell the APC that we lost focus. Now these people they suffer, light no day, water no day. The thing they do, they're getting up that favor. Not to favor government to do it. Now we consider our right to produce basic things for we only the get.
Thank you, Amnautak.
Thank you, my sister.
Yes, 07999949993. You want natural tea where they refresh your body. You do look for something healthy and gentle on digestion. Want tea where they keep you feeling fresh all day. Our tea, now the answer. They make it with naturally grown tea leaf and a healthy, refreshing, and easy on digestion. With 100 tea bag inside every pack, you always get more for enjoy and shape to other people. Our tea, natural freshness in every sip. This message they come up from Karel. We get another caller on the phone. Good morning.
MPJ, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Father Lambert from Gravity.
Okay, go ahead.
All this waste, where them you don't waste their time, boycotts, make this, all this not necessary. If them love their country, that week or month so them we don't go sit down so. Now a development for under this country. All balance so now they can mix up now. Zapata now this or whatsoever. Edmund for when see they don't point time, man, nobody know they pull and they pass the Almighty Allah and I go take a life, a pull and they. But when see they don't put and they so nobody know they pull and they. So the only way let them be focused, they come against themselves, let them settle themselves. If they get plan for 2028, let them become senseless and let them forget about boycotts or whatsoever. And let the members say, now people they put them there. So they need for work for the people them. One bag no they stand, now only two bags you go. So please, let them get some now for the country and work with the president, governments where they so that Salon will be better. Now only then two we get.
Thank you, Father Lambert. We'll pick few more calls on 079-994-993. Good morning. You name outside the call from.
Good morning, Epic.
Yeah.
Lamin Samuel Koyato.
Yes, Lamin, go ahead.
Yeah. Toby, computer outrightly say nothing not happen. I don't think so. The fact say they get a timeline whether for enact them here in parliament, now a success. The fact that they're able to bring the moral guarantors earlier than the time when they're supposed to come, now a success. The fact that the chief minister they say they don't implement 100%, and now they don't can get 8 bullet points with them for go by again, now a success. So sometimes some person you go say now this I want. But real aim, you know, so for say no, nothing good not happen from this boycott. I don't think so. It happens. And kudos to you, Reginald, because the way they analyze, it really give me confidence. Yes, we get good people in this country.
Thank you.
And citizens of this country, if the SNP bulldoze the moral guarantors, we know what the implication that is to we know. So not to APC no more than going to do if they don't do let's see how they sign up to.
Thank you.
Now we waited at the country now they suffer.
Three more calls and we wrap up the show. 079-994-993. Now the number for calling inside the show. Good morning. Your name outside the call form.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mara George, in a fantastic, I call for follow.
Go ahead.
And like how Sabu is from Godwich, I believe in that are the right thing. Honestly speaking, that I not to because honestly, APC they form they form the people there. Because the proper recommendation, ever tell us we forget other election or the forecast run in Samoa camera. And after they don't say the people then and they make sure all these boycott or all these.
Oh, okay. Two more calls, 079-994-993. Just two more, and we wrap up the show this morning. It's still the second segment of the Epic Morning Show, and we don't discuss range of issues. Hello, your name outside the call from.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, Pamusa Likon
Yes, Pamusa, go ahead.
And what I want to ask, the 80 recommendation, if we then go pass on a parliament to law, that it don't be as a salon law, it don't decide the salon law book. Now this I want to ask. You see, because they say naturally they go with the parliament and they go check on them. And I think say president care for sign on them. So now that I want to ask for that will get understanding.
Okay. One more call, 079-994-993. The number. Hello, your name outside the call from.
Yeah, Marion, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Marion, we are talking here about recommendation and constitution. I don't know recommendation and constitution. It just sounds like somebody to talk about a legally wedded wife and girlfriend. Would that they supersede in company? That the legal wedded wife now in the supersede the girlfriend. Girlfriend is side chick. But to be honest, Marion, every day people debate about this thing. Constitution and recommendation. I want let people know this thing. Recommendation is something somebody recommend to you. Let me go by this. But this is not something enacted in Parliament. So let we know this. So talking about recommendation in Constitution, let we try to make things right. Nobody no go able for take tripartite above Constitution. So I want to let people then get that in mind.
Okay, thank you.
Edmond Alpha, nobody no go pull out as long as it no go through the Constitution. So that is my own contribution.
Okay. Well, we're not going to pick any more calls again. We'll wrap up the show. I will start with Regina, so we're wrapping up.
Thank you very much. Thanks to the callers. Then we also take them time for call. I think like I say again, the goal should not be about the removal of Edmond Alpha. Let's think earlier in all of this and move forward. That is just what I'm saying. And again, I keep saying again. I think the boycotting of the government, of the opposition, sorry, in both ways get negative and positive effect to both sides, to both the government and also the opposition as well. So I think it's good that we get the opposition back in governance. So at that point now, okay, before move with developmental agenda, then go before. And also, Sierra Leoneans, let's think about growth. Let's think about what in this country, the layman said, the Sierra Leonean always it likes politics than even the politicians. You know, but let's leave politics for the politicians and let's move forward as a nation. I think this is just the advice that I would say, because say what you may, they will all eat and drink at the same table, and you will not even be there, whether they can't get in disagreements in public. When they meet, when they have their parties and all, you see them dining and whining together. So you really kill yourself for them at the end of the day, or you really actuate behind them. Now you know more they left back. So regardless of what they are the same people. Leave politics for them, because that is their own occupation. It's just like when you're a journalist. Journalists continue, you don't trade and all. Politics, let us leave it for the politician. Thank you very much.
Yes, Sobe.
Thank you very much, Marion, to we callers and to our listeners. And I think I got misunderstood, but I will not make so much response about that. But I think the issues now that we expect a collaboration, governance, the main opposition party, the ruling governments need opposition party. whilst the opposition self need the government. I think it is their responsibility for ensure say they work hand in gloves, despite to have their differences about how they are looking at politics. But one for expect to call us, and that's one of the reasons I make Udika every day. So we will continue to talk about some of the issues then with the trend in the country. Goodbye for now.
Thank you so much, Mohamed Toby Kagbo and Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya for joining the show. Thanks to everybody who make the show possible. DJ Allen give it technical support. Now the studio, Abubakar Bendu and Soisi Semikuna So live on Facebook. The producers of the show, now Fatima Talebi and Reginald Brian Ojukutusoya, executive producer Teresa Thomas. Until tomorrow, where we go joining now again with the final edition for the week of the Epic Morning Show. Marion